Okay guys, so today we're going to film a video on how to set up some crickets for breeding for you, obviously to feed your critters. So whether that be spiders or lizards or whatever it is that you're keeping that's a niche animal that you need to feed. So just a couple of things that you're going to need. It's a tub like this, straightforward enough. I've done holes on the one side. I'll show you how I mark them out and do that shortly on the other. You're then going to need your egg crate, which basically will give your crickets a place to hide. Your vermiculite, which is going to act as your bedding. And that's quite important because it just keeps down the smells and that kind of thing, and also it holds moisture really well. So those are the most important things. I've also got some food items here that we can put in for the cricket, and a smaller tub that we're going to use as an egg laying box essentially. The other tools that we're going to need is just a pen to mark the tub with, and a ruler, and a knife in case you're needing to cut anything up like the potatoes or whatever the case might be. And then obviously you're going to need your crickets. So I've got a couple of them to start with. Okay, so let's get right to it. So the first thing we're going to do is take the tub. I'm going to then just draw a line about 1 centimeter under the little lip there, or ridge. Going to give it about another centimeter and do the same thing again, and then I'm going to go along and just mark out every centimeter. I realize that on the camera this red pen won't pick up too well, but I don't want to mark the tubs too badly that you battle to then get it off. Okay, because by the time we're done there's going to be live animals in here. Okay. Sorry, the other tool that I forgot to mention that you're going to need is a soldering iron, and that's to basically melt little holes through the plastic tub. The one that I like to use is the one with a nice sharp point on it because it makes really nice neat little holes. Alright, so there we're pretty much done. You'll see that this process is actually really quick once you get going. Okay, so now I've preheated the soldering iron already. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my first little mark, and you can see how it quickly melts into the plastic. I skip one, melt one, that way you form a nice little pattern. Obviously you don't have to do this, you can do whatever appeals to you and what you enjoy. This is just out of interest a really good way to make a little spider enclosure if you're a spider keeper. And also this type of tub, with it having a little bit more height, you could also keep certain arboreal species of lizard, or even given the nice length of this tub you could even use it for something like a more your ground dwelling lizards or geckos. Obviously you need to then worry about heating and lighting, whereas the nice part about spiders, you don't have to worry about that as much. But anyway, that's more for another video when we talk about enclosures for various animals. So there you can see the holes that I've done on both sides. This will give a bit of ventilation, but they're small enough that your adult cricket certainly wouldn't be able to get out of this. I wouldn't do this on the one for the baby crickets, in other words your hatching tub if you like, because that pinhead cricket could potentially get through. Those typically would be fine, you know, if you're opening that tub up once a day or whatever to check for moisture, the air in there is going to be pretty much fine for them. You might want to put the odd one on the lid maybe, but as small as possible. So you don't want to have, you want a little bit of air exchange, but you obviously don't want your crickets getting out. Alright, so next what we're going to do is take your vermiculite. Okay, I'm going to put a nice layer on there. Don't burrow into it or anything like that, so you certainly don't need to worry about trying to measure out inches or centimeters worth of vermiculite. It's just a good covering so that it can soak up anything that you're needing to. Right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put in a tub with that we're going to hold some topsoil in. You can use topsoil, a lot of the guys do. I also like to use the cocoa peat. I have a lot of it in the place anyway because of snakes, bedding and spiders and that kind of thing. I like it because it holds moisture really well. and it doesn't tend to get too clumpy, so the crickets can dig around in it quite easily. Okay, so I'm just going to fill up the tub. It's roughly fine. Alright, so once you've done that, you're now pretty much ready for our crickets. The only thing that we still want to do is put a bit of egg crate in, and that's more to give them a place to hide. So once again, you don't have to be exact with this. Obviously, if you want to use a pair of scissors or a knife, you can. I'm just going to tear off a piece, and again, so I can shove that in. Obviously, if you want to be particularly neat about it, you can. It's all about personal preference. Okay, so there we go. So now we've got somewhere for the crickets to hide, we've got a bedding for them, we've got somewhere for them to lay eggs, and you're going to leave them in this tub for about 10 days to, 7 to 10 days I would say is plenty for the eggs, for them to have a chance to lay the eggs. And then you're going to take this out and you're going to put that in a separate tub so that when they hatch out, your small crickets are separate from your adults. Right, so now we're going to go and we're going to tip out these crickets. You'll see that they've already got some egg crate in them, so it's a little bit stressful, less stressful if you move that across with them. Well, I see this is we've had a couple of losses already in here, so it is a good time to move them out. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to just give them some food. Okay, any juicy fruit will work, whether it be potato that you've cut slices, or pineapple, or any kind of citrus fruit does work because of the juiciness. I'll pop those around, and that gives them their moisture as well, so you don't particularly have to worry about putting a water dish in. If you do put water in, please bear in mind that they can drown if it's too deep, so I would put in something really shallow like this. Personally, I'm not going to put in because of the fruits and potatoes and things that I would chop up and put in, which has more than enough moisture in it, but it's up to you. That's another option that you can consider. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for today. We're going to now leave these guys in here. I might put a couple more crickets in. I didn't realize so many of them had died off already from the tub that I bought from the shop yesterday. And other than that, I'm going to leave it for 7 to 10 days, let them lay their eggs, and then I'm going to take the egg tub out and put that in a different tub so that my adults are separate from my youngsters, my panens. Alright, we'll check back in a couple of days.